Thank you for being on replay. Please don't forget to hit the like and make sure you're subscribed. We would greatly appreciate it. So today is Monday, February 16th, 2026. I hope everybody's had a good day so far. Mine's been pretty good. Having a little bit of anxiety today, but that's par for the course for me. But anyway, just waiting on some people to trickle in here. It's been just a day with me and the kiddo. Hey, Cac. Hey, John. Good to see y'all. I don't know, Zachary. I haven't really talked to her much today. Anyway, it's been a decent day. It's been I had a good day. It was just me and the kiddo, and we hung out, went to the park, stuff like that. We had fun. Anyway, sorry, y'all. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like pressed, got his face like flat up against my arm here. Yeah, she had fun. She went to the doctor with the kiddo today. Got her ear rechecked. Her ear's all cleared up. So that was a plus. And I'm getting her a referral for some counseling that's much needed. So anyway, and she was asking questions tonight that sometimes are just difficult to answer. Like basically stuff about her daddy and I getting divorced and stuff. It's hard to know how to answer age appropriate stuff. I have to keep in mind she's only 6. But anyway. But for the most part, we had a pretty good day. John, he's good. He's over here asleep. He's been a little turkey tonight, getting into everything. Every time I turned around, it was Jasper, get out of that. Jasper, stop that. Jasper. Yes, I'm talking about you. He's looking at me. Anyway, I see some people starting to come in. Welcome in, everybody. What do you think, Dakota? Bella, you coming to say hi? Yeah? Yeah, you had a lot to say today. Hey, Sue. Hey. A little close to the face. Anyway. Well, as close as we live to the park, kiddo and I just, we don't go there very much. You'd think we'd go there more, but we don't. But we went and spent, I don't know, an hour and a half or so at the park. So yeah, we had fun. Ow, 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 you have razors on your toes. He forgets. Hey Marie, welcome in. Thank you, I appreciate that. Where are you chatting from? Anyway. What do you think, Dakota? Sorry, there we go. But yeah, it's oh, you're in Nevada, Marie? That's pretty cool. I have a one of my very best friends just moved to Las Vegas recently. And I have my nieces out in Las Vegas. I think she does too. It has been a really long time since we played it, but she loved it. She's another one that she likes is I don't know what I've done with. I would have to find it actually. Is Chutes and Ladders. Hey, Yadira. But yeah, she's your cousin lives in Nevada, John. That's cool. Marie, this one, I have 5 cats, but this one, this is Dakota. Yadira, will you put Dakota's tag up there? Because I think it's funny. Look, y'all. It's Dakota. Thank you, Yadira. Just smile and nod. There's the judgmental look. Yeah, he's something else. Ain't ya? Yep, he's just chilling. See, I'm chilling like a villain. See, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Hey, Lydia. Are you enjoying your days off, Lydia? Hey, 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 don't put your butt right up to the camera. That's rude. Very rude. Actually, John, out of all of my cats, Dakota is the only one that she actually gets along with. And actually, she's the only cat not in here right now. I know where she is, though. She is, I just saw her a few minutes ago asleep, and at least she's asleep in the dirty clothes. Hey, Dylan, good to see you. Good, Lydia. Yeah, she's, I got my laundry basket in there ready, I need to wash, and she is in there asleep in it. So, hey, Bella. Hey, Bella. Watch out, baby, that's hot coffee. You don't want to get burned. Anyway. Yeah, the kiddo is, she was just she was asking me questions tonight that I wasn't really sure how to answer, like age appropriate. Just, I guess because we've been spending so much time together lately, she finally decided now is a good time to ask questions, which is fine. But she was talking to her daddy, and after she hung up, she said, Mommy, did you notice Daddy sounded sad? I said, I know. And she said, this kind of irritated me because she shouldn't be in the middle, be putting in the middle. But anyway, basically, she said, he told me that he misses you and that he wishes that he was back together with you. And he's sad about it. Oh, wow, John. And I'm thinking, I'm like, why would you tell a 6-year-old that? She's 6. Let her be 6. But anyway, I was like, Daddy wasn't always nice to Mommy. And she said, well, you yelled at him sometimes too. I said, well, yeah, because, I said sometimes he would call Mommy names and stuff. I said, that's not nice. You know, hey, Nanook, good to see you. It's like, he just, and she said, well, I tried to tell y'all not to yell at each other, and that's why you got a divorced. And I was like, I said, well, that's the thing you need to remember is that Mommy and Daddy still love you. And I did tell her because today we went to her doctor and they rechecked her ear. where she had that ear infection. And it's cleared up. And, thank goodness. And there we go. The invisibility cloak. God, there's so much I could do. Anyway, thank you, Adira. She but while we were there, I talked to her doctor about getting her into some counseling. And I know we don't do religion here. I'm not saying this, like promoting religion, but I specifically wanted Christian counseling. And that's what I asked him about. So they're going to work on a referral. Exactly, Sue. It's like, let her be 6. She's a child. Let her be a child. But I told her, I said, we're working on getting, we're going to start, hey, Tracy, good to see you. I said, we're working on getting you in to see somebody that you can talk to about this stuff that's bothering you. She said, like what? I said, well, just anything that you got on your mind that you want to talk about. That's who you'll talk to. And she had questions, wanting to know who it would be and stuff, which we don't know that yet. So I just told her we didn't know. But that just got me out thinking, I'm glad that she feels comfortable enough to come and talk to me about that stuff. That's the way I'm looking at it. But, the last couple days, I have really been focusing on her. The time when I come on here is basically the only time that I've not been spending with her because she's in bed. She was out of school today. They had a 4-day weekend. They had Friday through today. So we just, of course, Friday night and Saturday morning, I spent some time with Dave. But the rest of the weekend has been all about her. Spending time with her. And of course I saw Holly and the baby too on Friday. But I'm really hoping that by focusing on her, this is going to help because she's, several people, including my lawyer and Dave and other people, have all said that her daddy is probably eventually going to pull away. Lydia, I am so sorry. You know what, Lydia? I'm here anytime you want to talk. If you will email me, which I don't know if I have your email or not, but I'd be happy to email you my phone number. You can call and talk to me anytime you want to. And but yeah, she this basically said, her daddy is slowly pulling away from her. He could get her 2 days a week. He gets her 1, and sometimes he doesn't. There are some weeks that he's missed. Sometimes because of their stuff, and sometimes because a couple times because she was sick. But he can. You're welcome, Lydia. But yeah, I'd always be happy to talk to you. But yeah, he could have her for 4 hours a week, and even on that one day that he sees her, they don't keep her the full 4 hours, never. Very, very rare that they keep her the full 4 hours. So I do feel like he's slowly pulling away from her. My lawyer said that, or told me, he said he won't be around. He said he won't be around in 6 months, which has been longer than 6 months. But, Dave has seen it. Other people have said that they see it, him slowly pulling away. And Dave and I were actually talking about my kiddo this weekend, and like he told me, he said when she looks back, he said she may. You don't want her to say, "Well, Daddy pulled away and Mama didn't do anything with me." Right, Lydia, I understand that. So, and that's been right, Sue. I think in his own weird way, I think he says he loves her, but sometimes I think just the way he would talk, he wanted somebody to something to show off, not necessarily the responsibility of having a child. He wanted a trophy, basically. Right, Sue, exactly. Tracy, right, I agree. Very much so. And now that I look back, I think, he always talked about, oh, he wanted to take her places and he just wanted everybody to see how cute she is and stuff, but he didn't always do the stuff that a dad should do. Exactly, Tracy. He wanted everybody to ooh and ah about how cute she is, and she is cute. She's adorable. She's got that long, dark blonde hair. I know I don't show her on here, but she's got long, dark blonde hair and blue eyes. She's adorable. But she's also a human being. So, anyway, sorry, y'all. That's just what's been on my mind tonight. She's, but I have really, really enjoyed the last 2 days. We have decided, and I'm gonna stick to it because we did try this a while back, and I didn't really stick to it. Tracy, I think so too. Hi, Kason. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? He, but I've noticed just in 2 days so we tried this a while back, and we kind of let it go. You're from Ohio? That's cool. I have family up there. What part are you from? He kind of, I mean, we kind of fell off of it what we were trying to do. Thank you, Sue. You're from Dayton? Oh, that's cool. I have one of my cousins lives near the West Virginia Ohio border. Little bitty town called Longbottom. But we decided we were gonna have phone free time every day. Not necessarily, and not, hey, lady Sky, good to see you. Not necessarily just phone. Okay, Kason. Not necessarily phone free, basically electronics free. No tablet, no phone, unless we're watching something together. Right? We kind of fell off of that. We would sit here and both of us she'd be on her tablet, I'd be on my phone. I mean, we'd kind of elbow each other every now and then, get some giggles. But the last couple of days, I have barely been on my phone. And she hasn't been on her tablet very much. So, pimento cheese. Oh, I love pimento cheese, Lady Sky. It's one of my favorite things. Favorite horror movie? Oh, that's easy. The original It. She, but I've noticed she has just her face, Tracy, right? Her face, she's been smiling so much the last couple of days. She's been happy. She's been giggly. And coming up, she has been trying to come up with different games for us to play. Mommy, 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 can we play this next? Can we play that next? Mommy, mommy, mommy. Oh, that's cool, Kason. It's been hide and seek and tic-tac-toe, and we have I think I was telling y'all about this yesterday. We have a game that we kind of made up. We call it Tidal Wave, but it's just a made up game that we play. Exactly, Sue. We'll pretend we're out on the ocean. Oh, hey, cool display name. Good to see you. Been a little while. I have heard about it, John, but I've not watched it. But anyway, basically this game is just we'll sit here on the couch and we'll pretend we're on the ocean in the boat on an ocean, and I'll holler tidal wave and throw her over to the side, and she just thinks that's the funniest thing. And Jasper becomes the puppy shark. The cats are the kitty sharks. She just has a blast with it. And what makes it even funnier to me is when Jasper gets wound up, he gnaws on your hand. And we get to do it playing that game. We're loud and laughing and hollering, and it's been a little while, Lady Sky. I don't know, maybe a month or two. But when he hears that, he gets wound up. So then he'll start gnawing at our hands and stuff. So that plays into the whole puppy shark thing. And Lady Sky, that's only because I keep forgetting to order it. Right, John. Papa and Tracy have watched it, and I heard them talk about it, or seen them talk about it on here, but I haven't actually, watched it myself. Oh, look at this, y'all. Brother and sister, look. That's Squiggy bathing his sister. Oh, are you, Lydia? Those are no fun at all. I'm sorry. Oh, no, Lady Sky, I'm not good in the kitchen at all. I kind of stink at doing stuff in the kitchen. My lack of cooking skills is legendary. Look, y'all, it's Dakota. He's back. So actually, I was thinking about that today. There is a dog park near here that my former sister-in-law, my kiddo's aunt, goes to all the time. She'll go when she goes. She'll take my daughters with her sometimes, and she'll take her dog, and they go to this dog park all the time. And it's not far from me, but I've never actually been there with Jasper. But now that I've got his rabies shots up to date, we may just do it. He's right over there, Lydia. John. I actually have a guy that can cook. He's not Cajun though, but he can cook. And he's teaching me. He's been teaching me how to cook some stuff. He's taught me how to make cornbread. But yeah, I did think about that today. I thought, you know what? After school tomorrow, maybe, if the weather's not bad, we may just go to the dog park. What to see? See, the dog I had before Jasper was not, he was not good with other dogs. Right, so, the dog I had before Jasper, though, he was not good with other big dogs. He weighed about 95 pounds. And he was usually okay with smaller dogs, but not always. And he didn't like other big dogs except for my dog, our other dog. So, we didn't go to dog parks. After he saw a Boston Terrier one time that he thought looked like a snack. Yeah, that was the last trip to the dog park for him. Luckily, he didn't get to the Boston Terrier. I'll go ahead and put that out there. He didn't get to him. I stopped him. But, yeah, that was our last trip. So then when Jasper came along, it had become a habit not to go to the dog park. But now he's caught up on on his rabies and stuff. We might just go. I think Kiddo likes going. She's already, like I said, she's already been there with her aunt and her little Yorkie, so she likes it. And the good thing is, we can. I mean, the good thing is that she already kind of knows what's there. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, y'all, and trigger warning. Y'all know what's coming. My regulars know. Is that I vape, and it is just nicotine. Nothing illegal. And if somebody don't like it, that's their problem, not mine. Anyway, so let's see. As far as the question goes, with an invisibility cloak, you know what I think I'd do with an invisibility cloak? I would go hang out in my child's classroom just so I could see what all's going on there during the day. Because, you get it from a 6-year-old's point of view, but I want to know. Is she being nice to the other kids? Is she not being nice to the other kids? Are they being nice to her? Are they not being nice to her? I want to know. Sue. I want to know what really goes on there, because you get it from the 6-year-old's point of view, and the teacher tells me some things, but the teacher's got 20-something kids she's looking after. She ain't gonna notice everything. Right, the vape. Oh, okay. But some people have gotten mad. They've been like, you shouldn't be vaping on the stream. It's my house. It's my house, and this thing is set for not for kids. So, right, Dakota? Dakota's like, whatever. Sue's up there in Connecticut. She's up there where it's good and cold. Lydia, I just saw her right before the stream, and she was sound asleep in the dirty clothes. So, I doubt she'll be. She may wake up and come in here, but I kind of doubt it. It looked like she was dreaming pretty good. Really, Sue? Wow. See, Tracy, I need to see if I can figure out how to watch it, because I don't have a streaming service or anything. Pretty much whatever I watch is on YouTube. I might be able to get Amazon Prime. I don't know. Hey, James. Good to see you. I'm doing good. What about you? Is it, Lydia? I heard there's some rough weather coming, like, for Ohio and a couple other places. It was Ohio, Kentucky, parts of Tennessee. Got some rough weather coming. They said Thursday. Do you, Lydia? I honestly don't know if I do or not. What do you do, Dakota? But yeah, he's Sorry, Dakota just keeps looking at me. He's so cute. Isn't he adorable, y'all? I just think he's adorable. Yeah, just adorable. Yeah, my time is adorable. Dave, oh, he probably won't be in here tonight, so I don't. Dave may step back from the lives for a while. Just, it gets a little stressful sometimes. But I just talked to him. So, anyway, y'all. What do you think, Dakota? Yes, it was kind of a like I said, it was just a really good day today, except just like I said, those questions tonight kind of threw me off. I don't know, Sue. I texted with her a little bit earlier and I sent them a text saying I was going live. So I don't know. She may be asleep. Yeah, I do like that too, you dear Mozilla. What do you think, Dakota? I think you're rotten. That's what I think. All right, Sue. I think you're rotten. That's exactly what I think. Anyway, look at this. Spoiled. I don't know, Tracy. I don't know who did it. I am innocent over here. Anyway, y'all know I'm innocent, right? I'm sweet and innocent. James. Right? Yeah, John. And I figured somebody was going to mention Papa. Tracy. What do you think, Dakota? He's so cute. You are rotten. You know that? Right. Yeah, I know it's practically already here. Back to the hot weather. I thought today was pretty nice. I mean, it wasn't hot and it wasn't cold. It was just right for playing outside and, like I said, having the kiddo at the park. The only issue is my child has seasonal allergies, so I'm gonna have to watch for that. If we're gonna be playing outside, still means snow for y'all. See, it usually doesn't for us, but that said, the blizzard of '93 hit in March. That's all I'm gonna say. Are you, Tracy? What are you doing? Dakota? Where's Bree Bree? Should we go wake her up? Yeah, weather has been weird this year. I was watching I don't know why. Sometimes I get on a kick sometimes about watching like tornado videos and things like that. You know, the super outbreak back in 2011 is one that I don't know. I watch a lot about it because my town, my hometown was basically almost leveled by that one of those tornadoes. So I've been watching that a lot lately. Back to high school, John. I'd go back further. I would like to be like 4 or 5 again. It if I could go back in time, I would go back to childhood. Things were so much simpler back then. And well, Benson is awful. That's yeah, okay. Right, a lot easier too. Yeah, my welcome back, Sue. I think I was very, very lucky to have the childhood I had. You know, I hear about all these horror stories about people that had these horrible childhoods and being, you know, not treated right. And, you know, I don't want to say one of the trigger words on here, but you know what I mean. My childhood was magic. My I couldn't have asked for better parents. Right, Sue? But you know, I knew even as a child, I remember thinking, you know, most kids were in a hurry to grow up and wanted to do all this grown up stuff. I didn't want to. I wanted to stay little. Right, Sue? And I know I was. And I knew even then that I was lucky. I didn't want to grow up, but, you know, didn't have a choice. You know, I had a good friend that lived right down the street from me. That, you know, every neighbor on that block called, um, well, here it's DFACS, Department of Family and Children Services. Every neighbor, just about, from what I know, called DFACS on that house at least one time. Because that poor little girl would show up with bruises and black eyes and everything else. They never did nothing about it. You know, I'm sorry, Sue. I really am. And that poor little girl, I mean, she would come to our house a lot of times just to get away. At best, she lived with her grandmother. Her grandmother was crazy. And she would come to our house sometime, a lot of times, and spend a lot of time at our house just to get away from her grandmother. She, I remember one time, of course, this was before cell phones and stuff. You know, had been gone somewhere. I don't know where we'd been. Hey, Bama Mama, good to see you. I'm doing good. What about you? Well, good, Sue. But I remember we came home from wherever we had been. I don't remember where we'd been, but we came home and she was sitting on at the end of our driveway on the corner, and you could tell she'd been crying. We got it, and she. Well, I'm glad you did too, Bama Mama. It's always good to see you. You know, she was sitting on the corner of our driveway, and you could tell she'd been crying. I remember my mom asking her if she was okay, and she looked up and had two black eyes, and she said her, I don't remember what she called her Nana or something. I don't remember. She said, you know, her grandmother had taken her little girl's hands, took her own hands, and made her hit herself in the eye, in the face. That was one of the times that the DFACS got called. Nothing ever got done. That's the same one I've told y'all the story about how when some friends, y'all, hey Tiny, good to see you. For those who didn't hear the story, there was one time several friends that it was probably like 5 of us. There was me and my sister, and then my best friend and my sister's best friend were sisters, and then there was another one of our best friends. 5 little girls, 3 families, 5 girls. I remember we were walking down the street, and it was nighttime. Back then, it didn't really, it was a very safe neighborhood. But anyway, we were walking down the street, and we see this guy, an old man, we see him coming out of this house. Oh, I'm sorry, Tiny. And he's coming towards us like this, got his hands out like this, and making noise. He wasn't speaking. So, man, he scared the bejesus out of us. He was just going, So we start screaming. We're screaming bloody murder. We took off. My parents live on a hill. We took off running up the hill as the 3 dads were running down because they heard us screaming. Come to find out, it was the grandmother of the little girl I was talking about. This was her dad that also lived there. He'd had a stroke, and she was supposed to be taking care of him. She tried to unalive him that night, and he was coming to us. He had gotten away from her and was coming to us for help. Still don't know what exactly happened. Still nothing happened to that. I don't know who that lady knew. But anyway, I think he was removed. I don't know. I'm sorry, Tiny. Maybe somebody will give memberships again, and maybe you'll get another one. I don't know. I don't have a way to. I don't know. I was told. I have been told that there is a way for the creators to gift memberships, but I don't know how to do that. I have not figured that out yet. Oh, I think Sue was just responding to me, John. Sorry, y'all. You can, Lydia? See, I don't know how to do it. You can do so many a month, I think. And I would love to do that. I just haven't figured it out. Maybe I need. They do occasionally. I get these notices that says that they're having like meetings or whatever, Google Meet for membership stuff. I've gone to a couple of them, but I may need to go to another one and ask the question of how do I gift memberships? Right, that's what I heard, Lydia. I just couldn't figure. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. Or maybe you can show me or talk me through it one of these days. But yeah, or I can ask Crafty. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Is it done through Studio? If it's done through Studio, maybe I should just like play around on there some and figure it out. Oh, does she, you dear? I didn't know that. See, my account is what they call a branded account, meaning. Okay, you dear, thank you. Meaning, I've only been putting content on my channel for a couple of years, but I've actually had this channel for like 15 years or more. So my account is so old. It's what they call a branded account. And I can't receive memberships on this account. Alright, Lydia, I may just have to play around with it a little more and figure it out. That's generally how I learn best, is just by tinkering around with stuff. Oh, that's no fun, Sue. I need to set me an appointment for a cleaning or whatever. See, in a way, I feel kind of lucky when I go to the dentist because I grew up with my dentist. So his name, and most people call him Dr. Pennington, and I looked at him one time. I said, "You are not Dr. Pennington to me." I said, "I'll settle for Dr. Brent." He just laughed. He goes, "I don't care." Because I've known him my entire life. Oh, I bet that hurt. Feeling broken up. Ooh, I bet that hurt. But I mean, like I said, I've literally known him since we were babies. I'm like, I'm sorry. I said, you're not Dr. Pennington to me. I'll call you Dr. Brent. He just laughed. He's like, whatever. How's your mom and dad? Do what, Sue? I think you made a typo. Right, Lydia? That's what I'm saying. Ouchie. Same money icon. Okay. Thank you, Yadira. I'll play around with it and figure it out. Hey, wow. Good to see you. I actually have had a pretty good day. What about you? I appreciate you asking, Yadira. Yeah, it's been a really good day. It's just with the kiddo asking questions and stuff, it kind of, my anxiety kind of started kicking. So, yeah, that was still kind of dealing with that a little bit. But I'll be okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. What's the question about? Basically, what would you do if you had an invisibility cloak? Like I said, I would go hang out in my kiddo's classroom. Not sure how I'd sneak in there, but I'd get in there. I'm thinking Casper opened the door or something. Jasper, he's trying so hard just to wake up and stay awake, but his eyelids weigh about 50 pounds apiece. Don't they, Jasper? Anyway. Oh, yeah. This probably won't be a really long live tonight. I'm actually I'm pretty tired from chasing her around all day. At one point, we were basically playing almost like a keep away, but she was keeping herself away. He is, Sue. When we were at the park, though, we were going round and round the equipment. Like, she kept hiding from me and stuff. Um, and my mama's dog, y'all know the one I've been telling y'all about, has been so sick. Bugs, or Bugsy, yes, he's nicknamed. He's actually doing a little better, y'all. We honestly have not been sure that he's going to pull through, but he's doing a little bit better. costume, yeah, Bugs, so when Sharon had him, his name was Bubs. When we got him, I I wanted to, we decided to change the name, but he was already used to Bubs. But then I noticed at the time, this is when he was young, he bounced around like a little bunny. So I was like, he's like Bugs Bunny, so he became Bugs. Or, like I said, or Bugsy. Or Bugzaroo. Or Bugzaroodles. He has all kinds of nicknames. But so whatever, I think this was not like a white blood cell count. It wasn't that. This was, I think the number that has to do with like the pancreas, I think. My mom was telling me. But, whatever number they were looking at was supposed to be under 200. His, when they brought him in Friday, was over 2,000. And now it has come down, but they decided to keep him today. They kept him one more day because it was still a little over 1,000. So they were still working on getting whatever that number is down. He finally did eat. He went from Tuesday to Sunday refusing to eat. We finally got him to eat. He seems to be feeling a little better. But like I said, he's costing my parents a pretty penny, but they love him. We all love him. Really, Tracy? Is YouTube YouTubing again? Right. So he was in pretty bad shape. All right, John. Exactly, Tracy. And my parents, I will say, they spare no expense when it comes to their animals. Their last dog they had before Bugs, his name was Slider. Oh, yeah, they do. The dog they had before Bugs was Slider, though. I knew what you meant, Tracy. He had heart problems. Oh, wow. Wow, water, that's kind of scary. Right, I agree, Tracy. But Slider had heart problems. They took him to like a heart specialist for dogs regularly. They drove, I want to say from here to Knoxville is about 2 or more hours. I'm not sure exactly. They would drive sometimes up to Knoxville, have tests done and everything else. So they'd stay overnight at a motel. So yeah, they had the travel expenses, the actual vet bills, the motel bills, but he was worth it. We got Slider. He was a puppy mill rescue. The lady I say we, but the lady they got him from was actually her and her husband had rescued him, and then they couldn't keep him, so my parents ended up getting him. Right. So that's what he had, a doggy cardiologist. He was the best little dog. He was a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, which was my mama's dream dog. They had him for months before we heard ever. I didn't think the dog knew how to bark. He rarely ever barked. Never once growled. In all the years we had him, he never growled. Right, exactly, wild. I'm not sure that he ever even knew how to growl. He never growled. Sweetest dog. And thoroughly rotten. I have a picture. I have pictures of him. He used to sleep. He'd get at the bottom of their. They have this little stair. Welcome back, John. They had this. My parents have like 3 steps going from the living room up into where some of the bedrooms are. He used to sleep in the corner at the bottom of those stairs. He would sleep in the corner. He'd flip over on his back, and he'd be there with all 4 feet straight up in the air. He was so funny. I mean, it was just I may have to find that picture and post it. Right, Wild. I agree. I mean, I totally agree. Jasper is so funny when my 6-year-old gets home from, like, especially when she gets home from school, but basically when she comes in from anywhere. But when she's been gone all day, as soon as she gets home, he will meet her at the door. He's trying to jump into her arms, which he's just just a little too big for that. He weighs 27 pounds and she's only 6. He's literally trying to jump into her arms. He's up on his back feet, bouncing, trying to give her kisses, and she already knows when, I have with the way the buses are here, the parent has to meet the child outside. I mean, it has to be outside for them to drop the kid off. I think that's up until like first or second grade. So I meet her outside, and as soon as she gets onto our front porch, she's handing me her backpack and her jacket or whatever she's carrying, because she knows as soon as she gets in the house, Jasper's gonna be doing his best to jump up into her arms. He adores her. Anyway. Jasper. And look at this, y'all. You want to talk about rotten? That's rotten. Right, Sue? I mean, I absolutely love watching it. Me too, John. I love it. And then as soon as Jasper, thank you, Tracy. As soon as Jasper backs off a little bit, it's Squeaky doing figure eights around her feet. Exactly. Wow. When I was a kid, well, thank you, Tracy. When I was a kid, we had a Saint Bernard. She weighed, I think Dad said she weighed around 125, but she was a gentle giant for us. I mean, we actually, as little kids, we could sit on her back and she'd just walk around in circles. When we were babies, my mom used to that she could take us and lay us down, like right up against Missy or right on her, and she would not move. You could set, we could have set a steak down in front of her and told her no. She would not touch it. Mom said she would drool because she wanted it so bad, but she wouldn't touch it. It's the only dog I think we've ever had that my mom baked a birthday cake for every year. A doggy birthday cake. Right, Tracy, usually they are. I remember, so we were, I've told y'all the story plenty of times of how we ended up accidentally breeding rabbits. And we were giving a friend of ours a baby rabbit one time. And he walked around the corner because the way the house was set up then, there was the house here and then the fence was kind of back just a little bit. So Oh, wow, Tracy. So our friend came to get the rabbit and he didn't see the dog at first, and I guess I don't know if he didn't know she was there or he forgot she was there. I mean, this he's probably, I'm gonna guess he was around 13, 14 at the time. He came around to go into the back fence where we had the rabbits in cages in the backyard, and Missy was just standing there. And she had just come up to the fence and she's just standing there, just greeting us or whatever. He saw her and it scared him so bad. I remember him falling over backwards trying to run. My sister's looking down at him while he's on the ground, going, "Oh yeah, by the way, the dog don't bite." I was dying. She was something else. We had one rabbit that figured out how to get out of his cage, and he would finagle his way out of the cage, and he would be hopping through my mama's garden. Yeah, needless to say, he was not her favorite bunny rabbit. But Missy would literally, we knew when Smokey was out, because Missy would lay at the edge of the garden. She wouldn't go in the garden. She knew better. You know, my mom had trained her not to go in the garden. But she would lay at the edge of the garden, and you'd see her head following him up and down the rows. Mom, Smokey's out again. We'd have to go catch him. Animals are hilarious to me. They're such entertainment. They're great entertainment. They're not only good company, they're great entertainment. Oh, how wild. Yeah, I have trouble seeing the profile pictures, but from what I can tell there, he is very pretty. I mean, that like I said, they're not just. I mean, they're. I read something earlier. I don't remember. Was it Argentina? Yeah, Tracy was a dog groomer for a while. I think. I think it was Argentina. I could be wrong. Could have been another country, but they passed a law saying that it was legal for pets to be buried in the regular cemetery along with their families. Because, there was a dog, apparently there was a dog there that was, that his owner passed in, I think they said 2011. And for the next 10 years until the dog himself passed, they said the family tried to keep him, and he kept getting away from them and going down to the cemetery and sitting at his owner's gravesite. And finally, they said just the people that worked at the cemetery adopted him and started feeding him and providing shelter and all that stuff. So when he passed, they said that basically the public demanded that he be allowed to be buried next to his owner, which they did. But then they said they since passed a law so that it's legal for all pets to be buried next to their owners, and I just thought that was really cool. Of course, in my case, I don't know how they fit them all. We usually we normally cremate ours anyway. Right, wild, exactly. As most of ours I've had cremated. I have a shelf in my closet in my room where all of them are. The reason I prefer that is because if I ever move, I don't want to leave them. I'm taking them with me. You too, Sue? We have a place that's not too far from me that's that does the pet cremations and stuff. So yes, I don't want to ever leave them if I move. So they will be able to go with me. Right, Dakota? Oh, anyway. He's so cute. He's sleeping. Hey, No Face. I am not going to ignore you. And you can't make me. It's good to see you. See, Tracy agrees. What do you think, Dakota? Dakota says he doesn't want to ignore you either. Oh, really, Sue? I don't know if there's any place here that offers that. Well, that's cool, Wild, and yeah, I can see. Yeah, definitely say I know there's gonna be more, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, if I were 100% positive that I was never going to move again, then I might bury them here. There actually is one buried here. And that's our kitten that passed away, but she was so little that literally, I think if they'd have tried to cremate her, I don't know how they would have done it. You'd have probably ended up with about this many ashes, that much ashes, because she was tiny. She's buried here. What are you doing? Look at this, y'all. Look at it. I mean, if that ain't relaxed, I don't know what is. And the look he's giving me. He's just like, how dare you show me looking like this, Mom? He was staring at me like, well, look at him. And now he's leaving. Where are you going, Dakota? And he left me, y'all. What, Cletus? What you doing, Cletus? Oh, we gonna roll? Look at this. Cletus, y'all. There's Cletus. Bella, otherwise known as Cletus. Right, Tracy, exactly. Thank you, Yadira. Exactly, Wild. Come here, Cletus. Cletus. Cletus is your favorite. So her name is Bella, but when she wants to wrestle and stuff, which she does a lot, her name becomes Cletus. Right, Cletus? Right? Where are you going, Cletus? Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. There's only one other cat that I can occasionally get to wrestle. Well, Dakota does sometimes. Besides those, there's only one that will occasionally wrestle with me. And at least let me mess with him some. Thank you, Sue. And that would be Lenny here. Say hi, Lenny. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. You want to wave? Wave. There you go. Tracy said hi to you. He is one of the most tolerant cats I have ever seen in my life. Like, I can pick him up and just haul him around. He don't care. He's like, whatever, just pet me. It does, Tracy. We got a few people missing. Well, I guess some nights are just going to be that way. Right, Tracy, that's pretty much how he is. He's like, I just tolerate you, Mom. Like, I do this with him. He don't care. Look. He's like, whatever. Just do whatever, Mom. I don't care. Oh, really, Wild? Are y'all going to keep them or try to find them homes? My mom takes care of a stray colony, which is, you know, she had all the females. She'd had them spayed, and she was working on the males, and a couple other females have showed up, and one of them is very obviously pregnant, so she's probably gonna have kittens over there soon. The problem with that is the mama that's very obviously pregnant. She's mean. Like, she'll let you think that she's gonna let you get close to her, and then she'll try to smack at you. So I don't even try. Oh, okay, Wild. But yeah, this one is. I just call her Brat. I don't know if she actually has a name yet. I just call her Brat because she's mean. Anyway, y'all, I think I might go ahead and wrap things up here. I'm like I said, I'm actually pretty tired anyway. If y'all want to drop your links, you can do so. Just type. Sorry, my nose is itching. Just type exclamation Dawn DAWN, and Nightbot will drop your link for you. Um, and if you can't click the links when they're dropped here, what you can do is go on to one of my previous lives, watch the live chat replay, and kind of scroll down to the end, and you'll be able to click the links there, or you can wait for this one to repopulate, but it does take 24 to 48 hours. So anyway, um, and don't forget, y'all, we have Discord. If y'all would like to check out our Discord. Good night, Sue. Have a good rest of your night. If y'all like to check out our Discord, you can do that. It's on my main page. Um, Sometimes though we hang out in Sharon's Discord, which is on her main page at Sharon QCB. SHARIN QCB. That one that you just posted. Y'all, we do have a couple of GoFundMe's still set up. One is for No Face. He is dealing with some issues that are not his fault, and he could really use some help. So if y'all could help him with that, that would be awesome. Or my friend Nomi. Um, we are. He is trying to raise money to get out of the backwoods of Alaska. And yes, thank you, Yadira. We have merch, y'all. There is now merch on my main page. You can get Jasper. So far, I have shirts and coffee cups with there's Jasper, Sabrina, Bree, which Dakota. I have Lenny and his twin brother Squiggy. I've just got to get one for Bella. I think I'll do one. But come on, Cletus. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. And that's okay, Sandy. We were actually just wrapping things up here. Um. Anyway, I believe that's everything, y'all. I don't know if I've forgotten something or not. Anyway, I will see y'all either in the chats or on the next stream, which will be sometime tomorrow night. Oh, and I almost forgot, y'all. I always forget to mention this. We have memberships. They start from $8.99. They go from $8.99 down to 99 cents a month, I believe. So if y'all want to become a member, you can do that on my main page, or if you click the button down in the bottom there where it have a good rest of your night, Sandy. If you click where you can send a super chat, there's also an option to become a member. Bye, Tracy. Bye, and I hope y'all. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great rest of your night, day, whichever it may be where y'all are. I believe that's everything. Anyway, y'all remember, kindness is free. Spread that stuff everywhere. I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest. Like I said, great rest of your day, night. I should, Tracy. I should come up with something like that. Anyway, I love y'all. Bye, everybody.